Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about fitness and health, reset, getting back on track. Let's cut to it. Falling off track during your fitness journey, honestly, it's a part of the journey. I'm pretty sure we all wish that we could just straight shoot it and this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to get this accomplished by this date, and we don't come across any hiccups, bumps in the road or anything. But guess what, y'all? Life happens. We get complacent. We lose our drive. Things happen. And so we fall off track sometimes. But guess what? Falling off track and getting back on track, they go hand in hand, and it's a very important part of the fitness journey. I mean, falling off track, it gives you a chance to revamp your routine, to kind of figure out why did you fall off track. Maybe it's the eating component. Maybe it's the exercise component. Maybe you need to find something that drives you a little bit more to accomplish your health and fitness goals. So we're going to get into it because, once again, I don't want you feeling bad about falling off track. I done probably fell off track about 50 times, and I know I'm going to fall off track again and again down the line. It happens. So, and I love the snacks. So, that's my problem right there. But stick around. We're going to get into 3 things that you can do, as well as myself, so that we can get back on track with our fitness and health journey. Stay tuned. Okay, here's point number 1. A clean slate. You have to give yourself a clean slate. When you realize that you've fallen off track, regardless of how long you've fallen off track, once you realize that and you're ready to get back on track, you have to give yourself a clean slate. You can't worry about the workouts you missed. You can't worry about the weight goals you didn't hit. You can't worry about all the foods you ate, the drinks you drank that you shouldn't have consumed. You got to let all of that go, okay? You have to give yourself a clean slate. You deserve that. You deserve to give yourself that. Nobody else, you. You are in control of that. So give yourself a clean slate. That's the good thing about it. I know that sounds simplistic, but it's a crucial part. I've done that many times myself where I'll have it in my planner. Oh, you need to do a cardio workout today, 30 minutes, strength training workout today, whatever, 45 minutes. You need to get this many crunches in, for example. And then I don't do it for that day for whatever reason, sheer laziness. I had a busy day, whatever. Then the next day I have the next round of workouts that I have to accomplish, right? And so now I feel like, well, before I can do Tuesday's workouts, for example, I got to backtrack and do Monday's workouts. And it's like, now that's a lot on my plate. Now I feel like, I'm not going to be able to get Tuesday's workouts done because before I can do Tuesdays, I have to do Mondays and blah, blah, blah. I've done that a lot where I just feel like I have to be able to X that off the list of getting the workout done. So with that being said, stop. If you missed the workout for that day, you missed the workout for that day. If you didn't hit your calorie count for the day, don't try to compensate for the next day. That day yesterday is done. It's in the books. It's history now. You gotta let it go. You start from the new day and you work forward. If you missed your workout the day before, don't beat yourself up about it. But just make sure you don't miss today's workout. Got it? So once again, give yourself a clean slate. Once again, you deserve it. I deserve it. Clean slate. Nobody's perfect. This fitness and health journey, it's not an easy journey to accomplish, especially if you have a family, you have a significant other, you have kids. Your health and fitness goals absolutely 9 times out of 10 have nothing to do with what your kids want to consume or what they may want to do or what your significant other wants to consume or what they may want to do. So you have to find that balance. So please don't beat yourself up. Give yourself a clean slate. Okay, guys, jumping into point number 2, which is prioritize your goals and start out light. I'm gonna tell you this. I I am very known to myself. I do this a lot. Like when I want to jump in and do something, I go hammer time with it. Like I go over the top with it. So if I decide I'm gonna work out now, cardio and strength, right? I feel like I'm gonna work out 7 days a week, 45 minutes to an hour a day, and that's my schedule. Guess what? I have a whole significant other and kids, plus a job and a household to maintain. So yeah, good luck, so to say, with me really being able to get in an hour of working out to myself every single day. Like some days it just doesn't happen. But the point that I'm making is prioritize your goals, meaning figure out what you like. Yes, figure out what you like. Some of us like cardio more than we like strength training. Others of us like strength training more than we like cardio. Okay, if you prefer cardio, what type of cardio? Do you like walking, jogging? Do you like to go to the gym and hop on a treadmill? Do you prefer to go for walks in your neighborhood or at your local park? Do you prefer the elliptical, the stepper? There's a variety of things in which you could do for cardio purposes. On the flip side, do you prefer strength training over cardio? Okay, if you do prefer strength training, do you prefer machine weights? Do you prefer free weights? Do you prefer resistance bands? You see what I'm saying? So there's so many different ways in which you can go as far as what you prefer to do. Do you just prefer to do sports? Maybe you're into sports, softball, basketball, football, tennis, whatever the sport may be. The goal is to get physically active and for it to be something that you look forward to doing. You know, your fitness and health journey should be something that you look forward to executing on a daily, weekly basis, however you set up your routine. It should never be anything where you just feel like, oh, I gotta do this and get it out the way, but something that you look forward to doing because it benefits you, and whatever benefits you in turn is going to benefit your family. Okay, so that's how you have to look at it. So figure out what you enjoy doing as far as physical activity. Maybe you like getting out and gardening, going for hikes. I mean, there's so many different things that you just need to stop and ask yourself, what do I prefer to do? Am I an indoor person? Am I an outdoor person? Do I like to do actual sports with other people and socialize? Or do I prefer, individual type of sports or activities where it's just me, myself, and I? And then once you figure that out, start out light. You might want to say, okay, I'm going to work out. My goal ultimately is 6 days a week. But right now I'm going to start out 3 days a week. Why? Because when I look back and where I fell off, right? This is where falling off track benefits you because it allows you to see where you may have fallen off track at. Maybe working out 5-6 days a week was too much for your schedule, and that's okay. Maybe you might say, okay, I think I can handle 3 days a week, and I can maybe do 20 minutes of a workout each day for those 3 days, and then you work that, and then maybe from there you bump the 20 minutes up to 30 minutes, bump the 30 minutes up to 45 minutes, or maybe you find it, I'm good at about 30 minutes. I'm gonna add an extra day in. Now you go from 3 days to 4 days, but start out slow. That way you can give yourself some quick wins. We're human. We need pats on the back. Simple as that. So you want to feel like the goals you're setting are accomplishable, because the moment you start feeling like the goals you're setting out there are just too far out of reach, too far down the line before you will even obtain it, you're more likely to once again fall off track. So you got to give yourself some quick win milestones. So that's what I mean. Prioritize your goals for yourself. Make sure it's something or things that you enjoy doing, and start out light and work your way up. Okay guys, jumping into point number 3, which is meal prep. And I know, before you guys start drifting off and thinking when I say meal prep, that means spending your whole Sunday, cooking a big batch of a meal and then, divvying it out into little containers and you're going to eat the same food for the whole week. That is not what I mean at all. Not at all. That is an option, but meal prepping, it's more complex than that, because once again, what works for one person doesn't work for everybody. It's harder to meal prep when you have a whole family that you have to feed. It's harder to meal prep if you don't want to eat the same stuff for 6-7 days straight. So the concept that I've always, that I heard before, and I try to put that into how I go about my health and fitness journey, is that I'm going to say weight loss, you guys, but once again, we just going to slide that right on into health and fitness, because it all plays an equal balance, an equal role into just your health and fitness, the overall journey. But they say that weight loss is 80% of what you consume and 20% of like physical activity. And I can attest to that, okay? I have always enjoyed working out. I do work out. I've always worked out. However, I really love to snack. I mean, there's no other way to put that. I love to snack. I had for a very long portion of my life, I would snack before I would eat like an actual meal. And so of course you snack and you have your bowl of ice cream, your potato chips, whatever, a couple of cupcakes, and that kind of tied you over for 30-45 minutes. But guess what happens after that? You're right back hungry, because those are just that. It's a snack. Point of the matter is, I can attest to the fact that although I would work out every single day, just about, I'd hop on my elliptical machine. I would do my little free weights that I have here in my office, because I just enjoy working out. I would work out, but I would turn right around and eat horribly. So I honestly could have been, had I not been the type of person to enjoy working out, I would have been way bigger than what I wound up being, right? Because of my consumption of food. I made really, really bad choices when it came to food. So what I mean when I say meal prep is more or less so, think about what you're going to want to eat for the week. Now, I can tell you this much. I have to cook for my family, and I can assure you that half the time, what I choose to eat based on my, health and fitness goals are, my children and my significant other, they're not gonna want that, okay? They're not gonna want that, okay, at all. And I get it, and I respect that, because this is my journey. I put myself in this predicament to, have lost myself, and I'm trying to find my way again. And so my health and fitness journey, it means a lot to me. But I also know that I have my responsibility to tend to my family and feed them. So what I just simply mean is, figure out, okay, here's the meal plan for the week. Here's what I'm going to cook. Here's what I'm going to cook for the family. And here's what I'm going to cook for myself. Or can I take one meal idea and divvy that off into 2 meals? So here's the meal for the family, and then here's the meal for me, right? This meal for the family, little less healthy. This meal over here for me, a little bit more healthy. And I don't mean to sound selfish when I say that, because some people might think, well, if you're eating healthy, why wouldn't you want your family to eat healthy? Completely agree with that. But, when you're kind of starting out and you're going through it, you might be able to kind of sacrifice. So like if I've made up a whole big bowl of tuna, tuna salad, and I'm going to make tuna salad sandwiches on keto bread, and that's going to be my lunch for the week, I doubt that my children are going to want to eat tuna sandwiches for a whole week, or, for lunch, or that my significant other, that he's going to want to eat a tuna sandwich for lunch for the whole week. I mean, they're, it's there if they would like some, but I'm being realistic when I say this. And once again, if you have, a significant other, if you have children, then you get what it is that I'm saying. If it's just you, all great, then you only have to focus on you. But when I say meal prepping is just kind of thinking ahead. Okay, what are my food staples that I need that work for me? So maybe in the morning you like to have a piece of fruit and a cup of coffee. Okay, well, make sure you got your fruit on deck to get you through the week, whatever that fruit may be. Okay, maybe you like bagels and avocado spread. Have that on deck. When I say meal prep, I don't mean making a big batch of food necessarily, and then that's what you eat for the whole week. That's a good concept if you can do it, but I just mean put some thought into it. I found myself in many situations where I've gone grocery shopping, but I've only grocery shopped for my family. And then I cook their dinner, and then I look up and it's like, I can't have that fried situation. I can't eat that chili cheese dog. Now what am I gonna eat? And then guess what? I'll be real with you. Just off of them type of situations, I turn around and have a bad day or a bad night with my eating, because now there's nothing in the house for me to cook for me that's healthy that I can actually consume. So then I turn to snacking, because once again, snacking is my Achilles heel, and that's something I still struggle with. So if there's no food for me to eat, so to speak, I'll turn to snacking, which is the worst thing I could do, but that's what I do. So just understand, meal prepping is whatever you deem meal prepping to be for you. Anything that I say in my video here on my channel is because I've gone through it, I'm going through it, or I'm about to go through it, and I'm just giving you my perspective on it. And anything that I can say that might help somebody else, I want to say it, and I hope it helps somebody else. This is a journey that you should be proud of, and you should relish in the moment. So like I said, meal prepping, when I speak it, it's just making sure that you have your essentials to help get you through, so that you can be the healthiest you that you can be. And then yes, by all means, I absolutely encourage you to introduce healthy habits to your children, to your significant other outside family members. I absolutely do encourage that. But before I can tell somebody else, I put that bag of chips down and have an apple instead, I better make sure that I don't have any chips in my pantry and I have a plethora of apples in my refrigerator. You see what I'm saying? I can't suggest to somebody else what they should or shouldn't be doing, and I'm not following that same protocol. So, I have to work on myself first before I can then say, hey, remember I used to be, I used to look different. I made some health and fitness changes in my life. I can speak on it more. But once again, guys, that's just what I mean when I say meal prepping is nothing too significant. It's just make sure you have your staples. If you can kind of pre-think what you're going to cook for yourself for breakfast, lunch, dinner purposes, even if it's just for 2-3 days out, then you have 2-3 days under your belt where you're going to be more in control of what you consume. All right, guys, just to bring this on home here, the whole point of this, when you're doing a health and fitness reset, don't beat yourself up, okay? We all have our hiccups. The best part is when you acknowledge that you've fallen off and that you actually want to get back up, and you do get back up and you decide to do something about it, okay? Please understand, I am here for it. I'm here to see everybody succeed in their health and fitness journeys, and to take the time to reset. Resetting it's a necessity. You have to take the time and reset, and that's in any component of life, and that includes your health and fitness journey. So I wish you guys nothing but the best in your health and fitness journey. I wish nothing but the best for myself in my own health and fitness journey. But I thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this here, look forward to the next video. Subscribe so you'll be notified. With that being said, you guys take care. Be safe.